A fact is a fact. That's the truth, which is the truth. The truth is not a lie. It's a fact. And a fact is, you can't change a fact. You cannot decide that a fact is or is not. Because as it is, a fact is. Period. Born male, you are male. Born female, you are female. Mankind has no right whatsoever to change their sex, to change anything. You cannot change your sex and say, oh no, I was born this way. No. If you were born male, you are male. If you were born female, you are female. Period. That is a fact. So why do people want to change? And I've heard these transgenders, oh, well, I wasn't happy until I transgendered. Really? Or are you just saying that because somebody shoved a microphone in your face? God made us. Fact. That is a fact. God made man. God made woman. Fact. That is truth. Period. You cannot change it. Well, you can try, but you won't be able to. Because you can take any transgender, born a woman, and check her chromosomes. Her chromosomes say she's a woman, not a man. The same vice versa. A man has a chromosome of a man. Truth. Fact. That's the way it is. Because that's the way God made us. But why? Why do people want to say, oh no, I'm not that. I'm not monogamous. I'm gay. I was born that way. Well, no, you weren't. Just because somebody agrees with the idea that you were born gay does not make you gay. It makes you confused, misled, uneducated, possibly not all together in the head, but that does not mean you're gay. No one is born gay or otherwise. Monogamous, period. We are all born sinners. That is a fact. Sin is passed on from man to child. And it must have a man and a woman in order to bring forth a child. That is a fact. Now, the man, he carries the sin, and he transfers it to the egg through conception. And so that leads to being born in sin. Now, you don't have to live in sin. You don't have to die in sin. You have a choice. Jesus died for us, so we don't have to die in sin. We can accept his salvation through the death on the cross and his resurrection as the forgiveness for sin and life eternal forever. You don't have to put up with what society says, because society, man does not know Man doesn't know anything, really. We're not that smart. We can't speak words and form universes. Not like God can. That's what God did. He created the universe, the world, man, everything. And he created it all to function in specific ways, such as trees. The fact is, trees absorb carbon from the air in order to sustain life. Now, they suck in the carbon, but they put out oxygen so that we have air to breathe. And it keeps going and going and going, so that the air is clean and the tree lives. So we can have fruit, nuts, all the greens on the ground that grow also absorb carbon. So we have all of the grains, all the fruits and vegetables, all of everything that grows from the ground absorbs the carbon from the air. And the more we have to grow, guess what? You're right. The more carbon in the air we need. So, what's going on is governments want money because they're greedy. They think money is going to buy them something. No. It will on Earth. But what happens when you die? You going to take your checkbook with you? Credit card? Handful of cash? Nope. Sorry. No cash. No cash in heaven. Well, what do you get from it? Well, there is a place called hell. And if you are so bent on money, then you can go to hell. It says so in the Bible. So, what is life all about? Now, we need money. Money it has a purpose so that we can work something that we can't use to barter. In other words, a farmer probably doesn't need a computer research scientist for anything. But the computer research scientist needs food. So the scientist works, makes money, and gives the farmer money for food so they can both live. And the farmer provides for a lot of people. So there we go. That's what money is for. And people have everything so mixed up. Sex is not a toy. You don't go out. You're not. It wasn't designed. It wasn't intended by God for man to just go out and have sex. If that were so, women would be laying all over the sidewalks, all over the world, waiting to have sex. And men would walk down the sidewalk and just have sex. Go ahead. There you go. That's not what it's for. It's for consummating a marriage and procreating for children. Why children? Love. Children are love. They require love. They give love. Children are great. And they're innocent. Until they reach the age that they can discern between good and evil. Then they're in trouble. Especially if they have non-Christian parents. Then they're going to have to hear the gospel from somebody else, which they may not. So parents are destroying children in worse ways than you can think. Gender disfiguration, not hearing the gospel. That's two ways that they're doing it. Drug addiction, alcoholism. It comes from the parents. or people around them that teach them this stuff, because there's no authoritarian in the family. Families have got to have dads, and dads have got to know their place in the family and their responsibility. The responsibility is to raise the kids. The kids are to be raised disciplined, not beaten to death, but disciplined in the ways of life, including moral integrity. And that's something else. Man does not have the right to make his own moral decisions. Morals are found in the Bible, because God, the Creator, He knows man. And in knowing man, He knows what morals man needs to live right on. So, if you don't have morals, what good is it? What good is it? Just destroy your life, destroy your kid's life, destroy your neighbor's life, destroy everybody's life, and just be alone. Hey, that's what hell is for. Because you'll be alone in the dark, just like you are here on earth, alone in the dark. Who wants to be around some bright red dyed hair, transgender, angry person all the time? Not me. I want to be around folks that are set in the Bible, in Judeo-Christian principles, that know what morals are, that know what the truth is, that know Jesus, that love Jesus, that follow Jesus, that know when we need something, we ask. A very good example of that is, who is the president today on December 5th, 2024? What happened there? Yeah. You got a taste of evil in the White House, didn't you? Only the people don't like it. And whoever it was that put evil in the White House, whoo-wee, I'm glad I ain't you. Because you're going to have to look at Jesus, and He's going to say, account. And you're going to have to account for what you have done. That's just the way it is. And when you know that, when you realize that, maybe you'll think about changing your way, following Jesus, giving praise and worship to God, the one that created you, and start understanding what life is about. It's about love. And love is reciprocal, given and received, and given and received freely. You cannot force love. It has to be freely given and freely received. And if you don't want it, I guess God don't want you. Sorry, but that's the way it is. Seek Jesus and keep Jesus close to your heart.